Good morning, everybody. We're going to get started. Yay.
Hi. Good to see y'all. Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Hi.
You ready to start?
Yes.
Okay, good.
If the problems will go away and you're worried night and day, hand it over, get on your knees and pray.
Get on your knees and pray.
If you're sick, feeling low, got no money, nowhere to go, hand it over, get on your knees and pray. Hand it over,
Hand it over,
hand it over,
hand it over,
give it up and give it over,
give it over.
hand it over, get on your knees and pray.
Get on your knees and pray.
Ain't no mountain you can't climb, no answer you can't find. All you need is a hand to hold. It'll heal your body, feed your soul.
Feed your soul.
The road is dark,
Road is dark.
can find your way.
Find your way.
Let the Spirit
Let the Spirit
guide the way.
light your way.
Hand it over, get on your knees and pray.
Get on your knees and pray.
Ain't no mountain you can't climb, no answer you can't find. All you need is a hand to hold. It'll heal your body, feed your soul.
Feed your
The
soul.
road is dark
Road is dark.
and you can't
Find
find.
your way.
Let the Spirit
Let the Spirit
light your way.
light your way.
Hand it over, get on your knees and pray.
Get on your knees and pray.
Hand it over,
Hand it over.
hand it over.
Hand it over.
Give it up and give it over.
Give it over.
Hand it over. Get on your knees and pray.
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 Good morning. And welcome everyone to our Sunday morning celebration here at the Center for Spiritual Living at Santa Cruz. So this is the first time I'm being a presenter, so excuse me if I, oh, thank you. Our person that normally presents is sick, so I'll do my best here. Oh, thank you so much. If you haven't already, please make sure your phones are on silent. A special welcome to those viewing us on YouTube and Facebook. Woohoo! And we're so pleased you choose to join us this morning. Whether you're here in person or online, welcome to our center. So now is the time for you to greet each other. So go and say hello. Hello. Meet your neighbors. All right, come on back. Come on back. So many wonderful people here. Yes. My name is Shira Stone. I'm a practitioner here, and my pronouns are she and her, and my ancestors are mostly from Ukraine with a little Germany put in there. And we have a very special morning planned for you. I'm the practitioner, and we have Reverend Grace as our holding space, High Watch, and our speaker this morning is Tamara, Reverend Tamara, woohoo! And today's musical muse is the CSL House Band, and that's Anthony Steinberg on the keys, Scott Nordgren on sax, Brian Quinn on bass, Valerie Bryn on vocals, and Michael Corvat on vocals and guitar. And our special musician is Heather Houston. Yes. And so join Heather after service today and every third Sunday of the month at 12:30 for her community song circle. Stay after service today for our social hour and potluck. And thanks to folks with the last names of M through R who brought food today. Next week's, it's folks with last names S through Z. It's your turn to bring food. Now, Marcia Heath, we'll invite her up to talk about BodyWise.
Hi, folks. We're moving the BodyWise class from the first and third Friday to every Friday to give people an opportunity to come whenever they can. So people say, what is BodyWise? And it's almost impossible to answer that question, and so I advise you to just drop in any Friday morning at 10:30 and check it out. And don't let money get in the way. We're asking for a $15 donation, but half of that goes to CSL, and it doesn't really matter to me. So come and just try the class, see what it's like. It's fun, and it also goes very deep. And I have Jane come up too, if you want. Other people can say something about what it does for them.
Okay, this is my testimony. Testimonial that we are our bodies, we are our minds, we are our hearts, our spirits, our souls, and this process brings it together. It allows you to realize that how much we carry in our bodies, the knowledge that our bodies hold. It's just a beautiful, beautiful process, and I will end with that.
Well, I am not prepared, but I have to say it is a beautiful process, and you come as you are, and you participate as you can, and you connect, and for me, I find a deeper connection that I can't really find verbally or intellectually by connecting with myself, my body, my words, and other people. So, thank you.
They said it.
Thank you. The next round of synthesis classes with Reverend Elijah is about to begin in mid-July. For those of you who have taken Synthesis Chapter 1, the journey continues. Chapter 3, Come Be With Me, is all expanding our awareness of time and working with the entelechy, and it begins Wednesday, July 12th at 4:30. Chapter 2, Exploring the 13 Elements of Ritual Living, begins Thursday, July 13th at 6:30. Links? It's all on Zoom. And links to register are in the e-news or on the website. Practitioner Sky Leone is about to start a new class, The Essential Ernest Holmes. And this course is an exploration into Ernest Holmes' thinking over the course of his career and consequently the evolution of our science of mind philosophy, faith, and way of life. It's Thursdays at 12, starting 10 Thursdays, 12:30 to 2:30, starting June 29th. The Felt Street Flea Market is coming up again, and fourth Saturdays, and we need more volunteers, and if you are open to volunteering, see Leah or Becky. Yoga for Everybody with Gantanjali, aka Lori Rivera, will be offering a weekly gentle yoga class every Tuesday morning at 10:30 here at the center starting June 27th. Practitioners and ministers are available for prayer after service. Don't leave here with a heavy heart. It is our joy and our privilege to pray with you. You can also place prayer requests in our prayer box, which is in the foyer at the back of the room. Please join me as we speak out loud our mission, purpose, and vision, which you have on your half sheets. Let's say this together mindfully. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and spiritual transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Our vision is a world that works for everyone and all life on earth. We are a community dedicated to possibility. We stand with all the Centers for Spiritual Living around the world, grounded in the knowing that the teachings of Ernest Holmes speaks directly to liberty, equality, equity, inclusion, human rights, compassion, safety, self-determination, and spiritual living. For that reason, we are unambiguously in support of the lives of Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Unambiguously in support of gender equity and equality. Unambiguously in support of LGBTQI+ lives. And unambiguously in support of women being sole decision makers about their lives, well-being, dignity, and choices. Yes. Now we're going to do the land acknowledgement. So please take a moment to feel the ground beneath your feet and take a deep breath in. And so we begin our morning by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the unceded territory of the Anwaswa-speaking Upi tribe, the Amamutsan tribal band. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the ancestral and current struggle of the original people of this land. So today is Father's Day. And as I was thinking about it, I came across some pain that I have around fathers. And so I'm going to vulnerably share that because I know I'm not alone. And the pain is about my personal father, about a lack of protection, as well as the way the father has been used to dishonor the feminine. And I know as that comes up in my consciousness, it's an opportunity to bring compassion and healing there. So I went inside to ask, what is the father on a pure level in its purpose. And what I got is that the Father is there to bring out the substance that's in, the unformed substance that's in the Divine Mother into form. And then giving that, protecting that form and giving it energy to be put out in the world. So it's about giving structure and form and asserting and that creative force that brings our dreams into manifestation. So let's take a nice deep breath together. As we go into prayer, and I honor, as we start this prayer, all fathers, honoring you, honoring your fatherhood. And to start this prayer, I'm going to make a sound that honors the Father. As a sound healer, I find it a way to give expression to that. And knowing that Spirit, Mother, Father, God is here present with us in this moment and always. And today giving particular honor to the Father presence of the divine, the Father aspect. Opening to its protective power, protecting our vulnerability, that within us that is so tender and has been hurt at times. So calling forth that protection to give it safety, that beautiful vulnerability in us. And calling forth that Father that is within us and all around us to give us the inspiration and the ability to express our dreams, to put our dreams into manifestation. That power lies within us. So calling it forth so that that which we yearn to express in the world, that we feel that power to do it, that ability, that structure, and that assertiveness to go and give our dreams form, knowing that that is within us to do that. So calling that forth, that lies within each and every one of us. So if there's any way that you've been holding back on your dreams, holding back on giving expression to what is within you to express, I know with you right now that that Father energy in you, that Father power is manifesting right now to help you give expression to that, while it also gives protection to that in you which is needing protection. To that creative power that lets your dreams unfold and your inspiration unfold into manifestation. And knowing that this community is here to help hold you and support you as you go about manifesting your dreams. And that's true for everyone online, too, that we are all here together to support one another and love one another as we come into the world. and express what is ours to express. And also calling upon that Father energy for courage, courage to dare to be ourselves, our beautiful, authentic selves, to give voice to it, to give expression to it, just as we are. The Father says, I love you just as you are, and letting it come out through your voice, through your work, through your activities. So I give thanks for that. I give thanks for that. So I now release this prayer, knowing that it is done as I have said it, and so it is.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think that God was the sun. Well, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth or the stars or all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. For God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, making all things new, needing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. And God needs us to shine its light. God needs us to shine its light. God you show me all that I must do. Thank you for singing with us. That was a Ricky Byers tune, just in case you didn't know. And this is one by Lauren Daigle. And dedicating this one to my papa and my mama today. Yeah, they are folks of deep faith. And I really appreciate that about them and the upbringing that I had. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I feel I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, I know I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my divinity. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I feel I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, I know I am yours. And I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. Taking all I have and I'm laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God. You have every victory. Oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I feel I am weak. You say I am held when I'm falling short. When I don't belong, oh, I know I am yours. what you say of me. Oh, I believe.
Good morning, beloved community. Reverend Elisha here. As you can see, I'm not there with you right now. And as some of you know, I was not with you last week because I had a cold. And in the midst of all of the wonderful things we've been doing, if you remember, a couple weeks ago, we as a community, we walked in the Pride Parade and participated downtown with the greater community. The Sunday before that, I was in Oakland at Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, and Reverend Sunshine Michelle was here with you, and we did a pulpit swap, building, co-community across county lines. And then I got sick, and I wasn't here, and I have been preparing to go on retreat for a period of time, to get some time away, to do some reflection, to catch the emerging vision for myself, for our community. And, having not been there last week and having been out in the community doing so many things in the last number of weeks, and then preparing to be away for another Sunday or two, I suddenly found myself in this internal conflict where I started thinking I should cancel my retreat because I haven't been with you for a number of weeks. And I have an obligation to this community, to all that we're doing, to the growth and the magic that's happening here. And I want to be there for it. And then I realized, while talking to Reverend Tamara, that this month, our theme is embracing self-care. And in this churning of what I need to do for myself, to take care of me, to show up for you, to be here for the long haul, to support this emerging community evolution that we're participating in, I actually have to prioritize my retreat, my rest and restoration. And I find it a little bit hilarious that in this month of embrace self-care as a spiritual practice, that I actually thought to myself, I need to meet an obligation. I need to put off this time I need that I know for myself in order to show up for my community. And our beloved Reverend Tamara said to me in a phone call earlier this week, Elisha, it would be hypocritical of you to cancel your time away for your self-care, to come here on Sunday and stand on the stage and tell all of us that we need to embrace our self-care as a priority in our lives in order to show up for the things that are important for us. So I've been in this bit of a struggle around this thing for myself, because don't we all feel the struggle of, or the pull, the tug of war that goes on within us between our obligations to our work, our passions, our family, our community, the world, the things that we're working on, the things that we've said yes to, and also the need to say yes to ourselves, to take care of ourselves, to slow down and nurture ourselves. A couple weeks ago when Reverend Sunshine was with us, she referred to the book Rest is Resistance, which I've also been reading. And one of the things that book has been reminding me of is that rest, recuperation, retreat, time away is the birthplace of creativity. It's the birthplace of inspiration. And if we get stuck on the short term, saying, I have to show up right now in order to do what I said I'm going to do, or to be where I say I need to be, and we put ourselves off, it's going to hinder us from showing up in the long run. So I want all of us to look to the vision, to look to our passions, to look to the things that are calling us, and then recognize for ourselves what it is that we need to do to take care of ourselves in the process so that we can be here for the long haul. I want to tell you, my community, my beloveds, my friends, my family, I am here for the long haul. And what I am learning for myself in this month of embracing self-care is that my job this month is to do it, not just talk about it. So I'm going to see you in a couple weeks. We've got a beautiful couple Sundays planned while I'm away. I look forward to seeing you, and I invite each and every one of you to think for yourself as you move through your life, how do I put myself first? As a deep need to take care of myself, to get the restoration and recuperation that I need so that I can continue to show up to the projects, the people, the communities, the things that we're passionate about, because the world needs each one of us to be alive and on fire and filled with passion and enthusiasm, and we can't do it if we're burned out. So I invite you, my friends, to do what I'm doing and figure out what you need to do to take care of yourself so that you can show up for all the things that you want to show up for. I love you. Have a beautiful Sunday. I will see you in a couple weeks. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to do the same. Much love, my friends.
Morning. And I also told Elijah this. I told him that he has built this community on a strong foundation, on a solid foundation, not one of sand, but one of stone, and that this community is strong. And it resonates with such love for the work that you have done and that everyone here who participates, especially Reverend Elijah, who's holding it all. So I'm very happy that he took my advice. So this morning, I am starting each sermon that I do with an invitation for you and myself to hold an intention for the next 10 minutes. Elijah has given me a stretch in time management to make my sermon shorter than it normally is. I just got down to 20 minutes, and now I got it shorter. So right now, the intention is for yourself to think of something that you want to embrace and take away with, whether it be in that amazing, I was, Heather, where are you? I was so touched by that song and how you sang it with such love. I mean, I was crying, thinking, how am I going to get up and bawling? But intention is so important. It means that we put out into the universe something we want to get, to walk away with from the music, which has said so much, from Elijah's message, from my message, from even the prayer that Shira gave, which was amazing. So I'm going to give us about 20 seconds to close our eyes, if you so choose, to hold an intention of what you want to walk away with for self-care for the rest of the week. Maybe it's a feeling of empowerment, of love, of belonging, of success. So right now, let us go inward together and hold this intention for ourselves. And now if I invite you to breathe with me, 3 breaths. Inhale and release. Inhale and release. Inhale and release. Thank you. I'd like to start off with the definition of self-care. One of the definitions is concern, interest, protection in oneself. And with this, it's getting to know how to care for ourselves. And this involves deep self-reflection, honesty, and looking at parts of ourselves that may be difficult to confront and to become aware of. And I have found myself dealing with a lot of loss lately and some disappointment. And I found this quote from Viktor Frankl in Man's Search for Meaning. And he says, when a person can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. People do not simply exist. They will always decide what their existence will be and what they will become in the next moment. By the same token, every human being has the freedom to change at any instant. I heard something this morning, and it is when we're in despair that we suffer. And this philosophy reminds us that we have choices to rise above despair, to see the world from a different perspective, a spiritual perspective, an inward perspective, a perspective that is built on intuition and instinct of something greater, of the mystery within our hearts and our soul. This one got me. There are 3 definitions of fear. 1, false evidence appearing real. 2, forget everything and run. And face everything and rise. Today is about facing everything and rise. Because I know for myself in self-care that facing physical challenges, health challenges, relationship challenges, hello, can give us a sense of despair. Watching the news, watching the humanity go a little bizarre and berserk, okay? How do we hold on to that spiritual warrior that's within us to stand strong? And I want to say and want to share a couple things. I had some dear people that I love, my beloveds, that passed away in the last 8 weeks. And I thought I was really proud of myself. I did a lot of meditation. I did a lot of prayer. I'm like, I'm doing well. You know, that's kind of a joke because there's always that straw that breaks the camel's back and gets you down on your knees again over something relatively not as large as someone passing and going to the next experience. So this last week, self-care, I thought this was going to be a breezy one. Self-care, okay, you know, it can't be too tough. Oh my goodness gracious. So I'm dealing with a lawsuit with Social Security and one of my kids. And after 3.5 years, the lawyer just quit. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I got so angry. I haven't felt that anger for a while, where it's just like, ah. The next morning, within 12 hours, I manifested a big old sty in my eye. And when I looked at Louise Hayes, the meaning behind a sty is looking at the world with great anger. I was like, well, I didn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out, you know? And as I was mulling over my feelings, I went to bed the next night, and someone vandalized my home. And it wasn't inside my home, it was outside, but it was something that really bothered me, and it was, I had placed some of my parents' ashes around the redwood tree in the front, and I had this statue of an angel. And then also right underneath my son's bedroom window, his window faces the front, I had this
beautiful elephant bench, and my son had painted it, and my daughter had meticulously put all these, bejeweled it. It was pretty large and pretty heavy, with beautiful jewels all over it. And two people came in and picked up the bench and took the angel. And my heart just was so upset over the meaning I had placed on those things. It just, because I look at humanity and I really do find that all people are beloved, and they get lost, they get sick. And I try to hold that all the time. And that just took me to a place where I had to really go deep, because I had put meaning on things. And as we know in this life, as we know, the fluidity of spirit, it comes and goes in forms. Comes into one form, leaves that form, and goes into another. And our bodies are the last vessel to do that. But everything. I remember thinking, I'm mad because my car broke down, but things break down. They have their life. They have their use. And I remember reading Viktor Frankl's book, In Search of Meaning, that the only way to heal whatever is going on with you is to find meaning within it. That is the search. The search, whatever befalls us, whatever problems we are walking through, and sometimes it is so dark and so heartfelt in suffering that we need a hand up. But we also know that if we go within, we will hear a voice that tells us to rise. It tells us to rise, and our intuition will tell us how to do that. But we must become silent. In being silent, we then can hear the voice of spirit. And it's always in the language of love, nothing else. And I was gathering stories, and I need a good story besides my stuff. And one of our congregants, Janet Ring, many years ago, she was going to Inner Light, and she was going to lunch with a friend of hers, Ganane, is that how? See, I messed her name up, but she's wonderful. And she was with her going to lunch, and she stepped out of her house to get into her car, and her car was missing. And someone had stolen her car. And right away, Garana and Janet prayed. And here was the prayer. They prayed for the people to find a better way. To find a better way. I kid you not, the police officer took the report. The next morning, the car was back 3 spaces down. And the police officer said, in my 25 years, this has never happened. The heart and mind work, and sometimes we can't see it because it doesn't manifest in the way we decided it should manifest. Isn't that really the problem for most of us? Is we say we want something and it doesn't look like what we had asked for, and we are going to stomp our feet and say, why doesn't it work? Why me? And I'm not going to lie, I have not totally let go of the angel and the bitch, but I would stand here and be not telling the truth. If, it is what things represent. It's our attachment to things. And our last attachment is this. So we need always to practice our understanding of what gives meaning to our lives, because in there's the treasure. Whatever is befalling you today, look behind it to find and go deep in the self-care to the meaning. What meaning does it have for my life? How am I going to rise as a spiritual seeker? How are you going to rise as a spiritual seeker? That is a gift. It is a gift in this life, because our perspective is only what's right in front of us. That's why we have to look in and up. Because our intuition leads us to look up, and our instinct leads us to look within. And I know that some things seem so much harder than others, but within it is the seed of possibility, what Ernest Holmes talks about all the time. And I would like to read something from The Key to Wisdom from Ernest Holmes. And today will be a little short because I'm sharing my sermon pulpit with Reverend Elijah today. But it was so impactful reading this from Ernest Holmes, and I'd like to read it now. As we see the confusion of the world, we realize that we must either enter into and become destroyed by it, or see it for what it is worth, partly comic and partly tragic, but temporal and transitory. There is something in us that, despite all the change, never changes. Let us learn to be happy, even in the midst of unhappiness, to laugh, even in the midst of tears, to believe in the midst of unbelief. The person who does this is one whose foundation is certain. They are the spiritual seekers who are able to look out into the world and let their thought dwell on the invisible reality called God, and say with meaning, "Bless the infinite way of my soul and all that is within me, because I know this, love will prevail." And with this, I tell you from the bottom of my heart, as short as it is today, I am totally blessed to be here. And I am honored also. And I would like you to carry something home. I love this. Face everything and rise today. Thank you. And in this, I just like to set it all with a prayer. So as we put our feet on the floor and close our eyes and go within, knowing this, that as you take away anything today from that song of Heather, from the beautiful prayer from Shira, from just the beautiful music, know this, that it is not by merit we get our good, but by our divine essence of our pure existence, of just being here and alive. And knowing that through this philosophy, we have the ability to rise with other spiritual warriors as spiritual seekers, to find the deeper meaning through all things that give us peace, that give us comfort, and most of all, give us understanding for humanity and everything that goes along with that, the tragedies and the comedies, and just the pure essence of beauty in all things. And with that, let us be so grateful, and we say together, and so it is. Thank you.
This is a song by Walela,
And sorry, I need to. This is a song by Walela, and we'll be singing in the Cherokee language and in English. Hinagala jadanavto, adav sini jaduliskogi, dijayohi kilahi kowata, hinagala jadanavto, hinagala jadanavto, Hostahita dane dijadu, hi escohi gejadalehi, hinagala jadanato. Give away the things you don't need, let it all go and you'll soon see. And you'll wash your spirit clean. Wash your spirit clean. Go and pray upon the mountain. Go and pray beside the ocean. And you'll wash your spirit clean. Wash your spirit clean. Be grateful for the struggle. Be thankful for the lessons. And you'll wash your spirit clean. Hinagala jadanavto, hadav sini jaduliskogi, dijayohi kilahi kowata, hinagala jadanavto, hinagala jadanavto, hostahida dane dijadu, hi escohi gejadalehi, hinagala jadanavto. Sing with us. Give away the things you don't need. Give away the things you don't. Let it all go and soon you'll see. Let it all go and you'll soon see. And you'll wash your spirit. And you'll wash your spirit clean. Wash your spirit clean. Wash your spirit clean. Go and pray. Go and pray upon the mountain. Go and pray beside the ocean. Pray beside the ocean. And you'll wash your spirit clean. Wash your spirit. Wash your spirit clean. Be grateful. Be grateful for the struggle. Be thankful for the lessons. Be thankful for the lessons. And you'll wash your spirit clean. You want to sing in Cherokee with us? You can just, how about you just hum while we sing the Cherokee? How does that sound? Or you can ooh. You can be our backup choir with the oohs. Hinagala jadanavto, hadav sini jaduliskogi, dijayohi kilahi gowata, hinagala jadanavto, hinagala jadanavto, hostahita dane dijadu, hi escohi gejadalehi, hinagala jadanavto, hinagala jadanav, hinagala jadanavto. One more time. Hinagala jadanavto. Beautiful. Thank you, CSL Santa Cruz Choir. You're amazing. What's happening next?
It's the offertory.
That's the offertory time. Yay! I'm like, I don't know. Somebody tell me what's happening. I could sing another song, but.
I apologize. There is a script, and it's not here. It is, but it's not here. But I'm making it up, baby. All right. Okay, improvise. Hi, Elijah. I didn't see it. So, thank you, ushers, for coming up and bringing the wonderful gifts from the congregation, bringing them back up. Right now, remember that this community, if it feeds you, feed it back. You know, with your love, your energy, your support, and your money, because that makes this whole thing come together and grow. And when you invest in something that has meaning, it will come back to you 10,000-fold. Trust me, it will. And there is nothing better than something that comes back in your heart and your soul. So right now, please give what you can and know that it is so, so appreciated from each and every one of you.
And do the repeat after me with all that I have.
Oh, thank you. Repeat after me. For all that I have,
For all that I give.
for all that I give, for all that I receive, I am truly grateful. Do you see how wonderful you are? You guys know it better than me. I kind of had stage fright for a minute. Thank you so much.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Right now, I'd like to teach you something. This is something that Warren Chester, who was a minister back in the 70s, shared with me. And today I'd like to do it with our offertory. He used sign language to do blessings. Every time he saw an accident or someone in pain or an animal that seemed to be suffering, he did this for a quick prayer. He took his finger and he said, "May the light surround you." Go with me. May the light surround you and bless your heart. or heart. So one more time. May the light surround you and bless your heart. So that's a quick prayer wherever you go and whenever you see something in need of your beautiful love and prayers. I know this, that everything given is given by the beloveds from their heart, knowing that each and every dollar, each and every time spent to support your community is so enriched, is so given with such grace that it is almost no words to express how it comes back into your life. Amen. And so it is. And right now, you guys can stand or stand over there, whatever you want. Oh, in that laughter, and I apologize because I usually read this from the script, so I'm going off the script. Right now, today, I invited you to have an intention. So right now, please, if there's anything on your heart that you want healing right now in your physical body, please stand. If there's anything in your heart that needs healing from a loss of any kind, financial, relationship, that needs a healing, please stand. And also, if there's anything for the world that you want to stand up for the healing of all of the humanity that is loving and struggling and finding their way, please stand. And in knowing this and standing as a spiritual seeker and standing as a spiritual warrior, I know that all the works you do this week are given with love and grace, not by appearance and judgment. And with that, I know you're blessed 1,000-fold. Thank you.
Please.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. And I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. And I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. 1, 2, 3, 4. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for
Thanks, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Happy Father's Day.
See you at 12:30.
Stick around for the potluck in the social hall.